Hey guys, welcome back to another Mardu Energy video in Modern. With the brand new release of Final Fantasy, we're looking to continue testing these new cards in our deck. So with Mardu Energy, we're looking to play Sephiroth, Fabled SOLDIER. So Sephiroth actually works really well with this deck. When he enters or attacks, we can sacrifice another creature and draw a card. So that's good for two reasons. One, we usually have like a token laying around that we can sack and draw a card. And two, whenever another creature dies, we get to drain our opponent for one. Sephiroth also says that if this ability triggers 4 times, you get to flip it. So that can be pretty tough to do, but his flip side is really awesome. So if you do manage to flip him, he turns into Sephiroth, One-Winged Angel. And it says when you transform, you get an emblem that whenever a creature dies, you get to drain your opponent for 1. And then also when it attacks, you can sacrifice any amount of creatures and draw that many cards. So again, you're not going to be doing this too often, but if you do get to do it, it's pretty powerful. So why are we adding Sephiroth to our Mardu Energy list? There's a lot of synergy in this list. So the first synergy is Guide of Souls and Ocelot Pride. So Ocelot Pride is going to be making a lot of cat tokens. These can be sacked to Sephiroth. Ajani makes tokens. These can be sacked to Sephiroth, and you can flip Ajani. Bowmasters makes tokens for the same thing. And then the best would be Goblin Bombardment. So you have all these tokens, you can sack them. When you're sacking tokens, you're actually dealing 2 damage to your opponent instead of 1. So some crazy plays to make would be having Goblin Bombardment out with Voice and Sephiroth. At the end step, you can sack those tokens, ping your opponent for 2 each instead of just 1. And then if you actually have 4 tokens, you can flip Sephiroth. Same goes for having a lot of cat tokens here, which makes Guide Pride even better. So all of that is just to say Sephiroth gets a lot of value just playing your deck like normal. For our sideboard, we have 1 Orm's Chant for combo decks, one Thoughtseize for combo decks, control decks, Spellbomb for graveyard decks, Vexing Bubble for free spells, combo decks, High Noon for combo decks, Wear Tear for artifacts and enchantments, Vindicate typically for Titan or Eldrazi. We have Conqueror for combo decks and artifact decks, and then Wrath the Skies for board wipes. So that is Mardu Energy featuring the new Sephiroth Fabled SOLDIER. Before we get into the video, I want to quickly talk to you guys about becoming a YouTube channel member. You get access to a lot of cool perks like loyalty badges, cool emotes, and early access to videos like this one. Also, we are a Mana Traders content creator, so if you want to save up to 25% on your first subscription, all that information is in the description below. So if you want to see more energy content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and let's get in the gameplay. Alright, match 1 on the play. And this is a good hand. We have Ragavan, some removal, we have Sephiroth, so we're going to keep. We have an untapped land for our turn 1, but we can't play Bowmasters turn 2. We could always just play Pride and Surveil too. Alright, we'll go get a Sacred Foundry. Cast Ragavan. If Ragavan connects, then we can kind of unload our hand. Maybe play Sephiroth on turn 2, who knows. Oh, it's Eldrazi. With World Breaker, Talisman. Most likely Temur. We draw Flage, which isn't very good in this matchup. Do get to connect though. I don't think Sephiroth's very good in this matchup either. Oh, we hit a K command, that's good for us. We don't want them having that. That would have been really good for them this turn. So let's Surveil. Land. I'll keep it on top. Are we afraid of K return? That's the question. They don't have any red mana yet. I think I will play out Ocelot Pride and hope they don't have K return. They can play Microspawn if they want. That's what they do. See if they get a red source here. They get a Temple. Maybe this is just like mono green. We don't have to discharge this right now because we end up using the token. We can use that whenever. We know we were drawing the land. So we could just play Flage, kill this, get in with everything. Kind of like that. We'll get a Sacred Foundry, cast Flage, kill Microspawn. They are ramping up though. They have 4, 5, 6 mana. 1 more mana and they can cast a annoying creature. Get in with both. This is definitely an unfavored matchup, especially against Mardu. We had a Talisman. Alright, we'll just pass. Make a cat. We'll see if we can survive 1 turn. Rumble. They find a forest. That's good for us. They kind of brick. They still have 6 mana though, so they could kick a Microspawn if they want. Alright, they have nothing. Find another land. Alright, let's fetch. I'm going to sequence these 2 so that way we can deal the most damage. Get a Blood Crypt, shock it in. Cast Bowmasters. We're going to target this even though they can sack it and then we won't get the token. Maybe they K command in response. Okay, they didn't. Could always discharge this as well. Alright, they do sack it. Do they have the K command? Looks like they do. Yeah, that's tough. So see what they target here. If they scry draw, make spawn, or if they try to kill some of our stuff. Alright, they scry and get rid of the cat. Another way to sequence that too would have been to play Sephiroth, but then they could just exile that and do everything. But because they're getting rid of the cat, we can play this, and then whenever they sack tokens, they lose life. Scry 4 is really strong here. 1 top, 3 bottom. We'll ping them. And they didn't make spawn, so can't do that either. I'll attack. But they did keep 1 on top. Ragavan's gonna hit a land. So they only drew 1. Cast Sephiroth. Sacrifice an army token. Draw Arena of Glory. And we'll just pass. So we've given them plenty of time to just draw out of this, unfortunately. Like if they play Sire, we lose. They can draw pretty much anything and we lose. And there's the Sire. Yep. It's unfortunate. Our hand was just like way too slow apparently. Alright, they just pass. We draw Goblin Bombardment. Probably the best thing we could have drawn. play Arena, cast Goblin Bombardment. So how can we win this here? Flage, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we sack here, here, here. So let's say we attack with all of these. They block Ragavan. We sack. Flage is going to do 4 damage. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we just win here. Goblin Bombardment was a really good draw. So we're going to attack with these 3. Attack like that. They're going to block Ragavan. I'm going to shoot them. This will trigger. So we're basically dealing them 2 damage per sack here. Put them down to 6. This will be 4. And then we have Flage also. So let's sack Bowmasters. Cast Flage. Damn, I can't believe we're beating the Sire. Wow, okay. Goblin Bombardment was probably the only out there. That's crazy to win game 1 like that. Alright, against Eldrazi, we won the Vindicates. Probably Thoughtseize. Wear Tears are pretty good. Fatal Pushes come out. Discharges aren't that good. Voices. Bowmasters isn't very good either. Our deck is pretty bad against Eldrazi. We just kind of have to be cheesy about it. Orange Chant could be decent. Like, is Orange Chant better than the last Discharge? It's kind of like a Time Walk. Let's just try that. Alright, game 2, and we have no white mana. This is pretty bad right here too, so we're going to mulligan. This is a 1-lander, but we're not going to go to 5, and we're on the draw, so we could always Surveil with this. Ragavan can connect to make treasures, and we can cast ourselves that way. Start with the Nuken's Lab. Put Sire underneath, and a Talisman. It's probably like their best start. Oh, we draw the Sacred Foundry, that's good. So let's just shock that in and play Ragavan. Hopefully they don't have a Myco Spawn. 3 mana, evoke Null Drifter. It could be worse, but they do get to draw 2. And they find a Temple, making their really good land drops. Draw Arena. So let's attack first. We hit a Myco Spawn. So let's Arena and just Vindicate their Ugin's Lab. Set them back a lot. Get rid of their Sire so they can't bring that back late game. Find a Forest. Thoughtseize. Okay. Again, we're looking to dodge Kozilek's Command. We'll attack first again. We'll see if they have it. We're going to attack first because if they do have it, they're going to probably draw and get rid of Ragavan. And we're going to want to get that card they get. And there you go. Probably exile Scrydraw. Or they make Spawn. Alright, play a land. Go get our Black Source. Get to Gal the Shrine. Lead off on a Thoughtseize. Oh, take the Null Drifter. That's huge. And we'll play out Ocelot Pride, just because their hand is 2 lands. If their hand was better, I'd play Goblin Bombardment, but this can start getting in next turn. Alright, they play one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll see if they want to start block sacking. Voice. Let's actually just, we'll haste out a Sephiroth, and then we can voice. We're not going to sack anything, but we just want these to die. Attack with both. I'm going to say no. I guess another, maybe a better play would have been to voice out and then Sephiroth. Alright, that still pings them even though they sack it. We don't get to make a cat. They go down to 13, but now we can't like voice and do all that stuff. Even though we're not getting life through the Pride, we're getting life here. So the sack doesn't matter. They play their other Ugin's Lab. They have 2 mystery cards in hand, and they just pass. Their top decks can be like insane, so we have to end this quickly. I guess we just attack first, see if they have the Kozilek's Command. They're like paused a lot, so we'll see. I'll sack a cat, draw Thoughtseize. Alright, they're not block sacking. Let's cast Thoughtseize. Oh no, it's 2 lands. They drew a spell for turn. Looks like Myco Spawn. Kicked Myco Spawn to eat probably our Black Source. Kind of annoying. Yeah, kicked Myco Spawn. I mean, that's probably like the best case scenario. We'll see what they want to probably target this, right? Oh, they target the Arena. Okay. I kind of want to get rid of the only Black Source, you'd think. They get a Commercial District to scry or Surveil. Force to the yard. They bog us. So their hand is 1 land, and they just pass. We draw Johnny. Yeah, so if we had like Goblin Bombardment out, we could have been doing some stuff. I guess we'll just... Yeah, I guess we'll just play Goblin Bombardment. And I guess pass. We'll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we play a Johnny next turn and 0, let's just kill the token. If we put them to 7, 6, yeah, we should be good. We'll kill the token just as a precautionary. Put them to 6 and just pass. We'll give them 1 turn, I guess. Because even if we hit them there, they'd still be not dead because we put them to 2. Kind of sequenced poorly. We missed our land drops. We could have been playing these out better. Like that Thoughtseize was kind of unfortunate because we bricked. I mean, it looks like they're also just stumbling, so we're looking out here. Another Pride. We'll just cast the Johnny, and this will just kind of end the game here. Sack a cat. Yeah. It worked out for us. Match 2 on the play. And we'll keep this hand. We have some removal, some early plays with Ocelot Pride. We'll start with the Sacred Foundry. Play cat. Pass the turn. This will either get a Surveil land or, depending on what we draw, Flooded Strand, go. Draw Ragavan. I really don't want to dash it. I'd rather play out another cat after this connects. Looks like it's going to. Alright, does connect. Let's play out Ocelot Pride. Subtlety. We'll say bottom, because now we're just going to play out Ragavan. Just super annoying for them. But now we're only making 1 cat instead of 2. So we're up against Frog. Alright, they just play land pass. They could have Bowmasters. We draw our own Bowmasters, so we definitely want them to play theirs first. Attack with both. They push the Ragavan. Cat connects, and we'll just pass. Not going to surveil again? Yeah. They do keep a card on top. Could be Frog. We'll see. I'm not going to play out Bowmasters here. I'd rather let them do it. Oh, Guide of Souls, pretty good. Let's attack again. Alright, they do have it. They ping the cat. They block here and there. That's fine. Play Guide, hold up Fatal Push. I didn't really want to waste Fatal Push on 1 Bowmasters just to save a cat token. They get an island. And they bolt in a Springs. What is this? Kaito? It is Kaito. Alright, they plus. We draw Johnny. Cast a Johnny. Get some energy. Being stuck on 2 lands is pretty rough. It's turn 5, and we haven't seen a land. And we'll attack them, put them to 10. I don't think we need to attack Kaito. I'm not sure. Alright, they tap the cat. Now they can get in and surveil. Move to end step. Draw Raucous Theater. We'll surveil. Land. Not another surveil land. So they could be holding up Subtlety, and we just kind of get got by that. Could also hold up Bowmasters. We could swing both here. That would only put it to 1. And if they have Subtlety, we're screwed. Counterspell. Spell Snare. We know they have like all reactive spells. We could also have Bowmasters themselves. I think we have to pass. Feels bad. We're just like limited on options. There's Kaito. Does attack. I guess we'll cast Bowmasters here. See if we want to chump. See if they want to counter it. They do have the counterspell. They surveil again. Put 2 lands to the yard. Cast Preordain. 2 to the bottom. Holding up more mana. Alright, we do draw Thoughtseize. It's pretty annoying, just the sequencing. I think I'm going to cast Flage here. Because if they want to counter it, whatever. Get rid of Kaito. We'll attack. Use the energy. Hit them down to 7. Alright, they do have a Bowmasters. They target us. They don't want to target the cat. Dare us to flip it. EE on 1. Main deck Engineered Explosives is pretty gross. We'll take it. I just don't want to block 1 and then they ping it. Another Sephiroth. Cast Thoughtseize. So they either counter this or let us take a counter maybe. It's just tough being stuck on lands because we can't double spell. We're getting stuff into the yard for Flage. Another Bowmasters. So they did have it. If we blocked, we would have been, they ping us. They have a force. Okay. So we're going to attack. Make them pop it. Oh, they don't. Okay. So do we push one of these now while they're tapped out? I'm going to say no. We'll see. Like, we can always, like, block here. I'm surprised they didn't pop that, though. They had the mana. Frog, okay. So that's something good to save push for. We'll see if they even want to attack now. They don't. Alright, we'll push the frog. Very patient about that push. Alright, let's attack. They have to pop it now. Yeah, they do. And we are attacking just to make them pop it. If we were to play Sephiroth, they would also just pop it. But we want to make sure it's gone. And this is just really annoying for them to deal with now, because whatever dies, we just get to ping them. And what's funny about this is we can sack the cat, flip a Johnny, and then they have more stuff to deal with, especially if we draw a land, then we can play Guide of Souls. So we'll sack the cat. Oh no, they get to ping us. I forgot about that. Oh no. Oh no. I forgot about the draw thing. That's not good. Alright, well they kill our cat now. That was really bad. I mean, if nothing else, they get pinged for 2. Down to 2. We don't draw a land. It's actually kind of funny. If we did draw the land, though, we could escape Flage next turn. They can't really attack, right? I guess they could attack with the army, but then they can't block. Alright, we'll take it. A Johnny. We only have 1 white source. Let's attack first, and then we'll just cast Flage. Because they have to chump here. They get pinged down to 1. Cast Flage. See if the last card's a counterspell. Man, Sephiroth is doing work. Alright, so against Dimir, we want Spell Bombs, we want Thoughtseize. Take out the Ragavans, they're just really bad against Bowmasters, and we'll bring in these 3. I'll try that. Alright, on the draw for game 2, and this is a 4-land hand with Thoughtseize and double Spell Bomb. I think we got a mulligan. This hand's a lot better. We have the Flage, we have a little bit of everything. We'll keep, put back the Mountain. We're going to eventually draw a 3rd land. I'd rather keep the aggression here than lands. They play Marsh Flats, go. Draw another Pride. So we could play Pride and pass. They could Bowmasters it. Pride's much worse on the draw, especially against Bowmasters decks. We could Surveil. We could play Spellbomb out. I think I'm actually just going to Surveil. I'm not sure if that's right or not, if we should be playing out our 1-drops. But like, again, Bowmasters. They also didn't fetch. I wonder if they have like Harbinger. Get Raucous Theater. Keep push. Draw the push. We'll play out 1 Pride. See if it eats the Bowmasters here. Make them fetch. Again, it's kind of awkward. The push, I really want to save for Frog. We'll see if they surveil twice here. They kept it on top, so they're not going to fetch away this one. They bolt in Springs. They do have the Frog. And we're definitely going to push this. I don't know if they keep in forces in this matchup. I can't imagine they would. This is what we're saving it for. Again, patience paying off. Draw another push. Not a third land like we promised. We'll see if they have the push for this. Looks like they do. And then we'll just play out a Johnny. Cast the Johnny. No subtlety, which is really good. We're just filling up the yard slowly, so when we eventually make our land drop, they just pass. Sketchy, right? I mean, I guess we'll attack. Just one. The one damage shouldn't matter. They just have push. I'm gonna try to discharge this, see if they want to fight over it. I don't really care either which way. So we could push this as well. That's like super aggressive. How much do we want to fight over this? So if we push this, we get to flip a Johnny, make a cat. Yeah, let's try it. Hopefully it's not wrong, just throwing out all of our spells, but we do get to start pumping it out. And Planeswalkers are hard to deal with. They don't have like bolts and stuff. We just need hit lands to make all these. Hopefully we don't get punished here and they just play out Frog and all that stuff. EE on 2. Okay, well, that's their entire turn, so I don't know. Would you say that's worth? Maybe. Just to clear a Johnny, which is pretty crazy. We'll attack, and then we'll... Let's see, they have 1, 2, 3... Only 3 spells in the yard. How afraid are we of Murktide? We're stuck on 2 lands. I think I'm going to pop it, because we get to draw a card. Maybe we can draw a land. Nope, no lands. Alright, we'll just pass. 2 mana, exile a graveyard, do nothing else. We do draw the land there. We'll attack. They do nothing. Play cat. The reason I'm not playing the 3-drops is because I want to surveil with this and hold up discharge. Turn scolding. That's fine. We're just playing like must-answer cards, which is why this matchup could be difficult for them. It could be pretty annoying for them. We'll get an Elegant Parlor. Land, we'll keep for Flage. Attack for 2. Do they have the Bowmasters? Wow, they're casting Shoot the Sheriff on the cat. That's huge. Do we want to Flage here or Sephiroth? Let's Flage. Put them down to 5. We can bring back Flage next turn. I just wasn't sure if I wanted to play Sephiroth just to have a threat on the field. I'll surveil again. Get a Shadowy Backstreet. Guide. Play Guide. I don't want to run out Flage right now. Could be a mistake. But we can double spell here, and then they have to deal with a bunch of stuff. But if we try to cast Flage, that's their entire turn. They just counterspell it. This is 2 kind of must answers. But they know we're not casting Flage, so they must know we have something else. Alright, that gets through. Cast Sephiroth. They didn't counter anything. Bowmasters. We're not going to sack anything, so they're not going to draw. They're just going to ping us. Yeah, maybe they've just been holding up that, and we shouldn't be too afraid, but it's kind of whatever. I don't know if there's like a wrong or right way, but I guess if we just cast Flage, they probably lose. So now whatever happens, they just die. So we're just going to attack first. Make them act. We're not going to sack anything. We don't want them to draw, and we just want them to do some type of exchange here. They block here. They block there. Pings them down. Play God of Souls. We'll ping Tamiyo. That pings them. And we'll just pass. We probably could have sequenced better with casting Galv to give one of these energy, and then maybe flying over, making Tamiyo have to chump and die. So we have 3 energy, so we can fly over some stuff. Again, we might be playing this like way too scared, but we just don't want to tap out. They just counter and time walk us. Just attack, and they concede. Cool. Match 3 on the play. And we have at least 2 lands, a lot of early one plays. We have Guide Pride. We always have Sephiroth, which is awesome. So we'll keep this. We'll go Plains, Guide. Unfortunately, we only have 1 white source, so we can't go double Pride next turn, which would be amazing into Amulet. We could also just die. We draw Thoughtseize. That's actually really good. Bolt that in. Attack for 1. Maybe we can steal like a Titan or something. Go Pride. Thoughtseize. Oh, geez. They don't have any bounce lands, which is nice, but they do have the Titan. So do we take Scapeshift here or Titan? They go turn 2, Mirror Pool, Amulet of Vigor, tap, tap. Or they go Forest, play Grazer. You could take Scapeshift. I think they can Scapeshift before they Titan. I'm not sure if that's right. They just go Forest, go. They're going to end of turn, copy this, draw Marsh Flats, and play the Pride out. Sucks that we can't double spell, but I want to pump these. So pay energy, pump the cat. Maybe we can get some type of life total going. We'll just pass. Maybe if they brick on lands, on bounce spells, we could win next turn. They'd have to draw a bounce land. I think that's the only way they can win. I didn't fetch. That's fine. Yeah, I meant to surveil there. If they have nothing, we just win anyway, but skip through that too quickly. Alright, they're just F6'd. Hit them for 3. Attack with all. Trigger. Guide. Oh, are they not dead? They go to 1? Oh no. They live at 1. Did they kill us? Alright, they play Mirror Pool. They're not conceding, so... if they live at 1, Grazer. Crumbling Vestige. Oh no, they get Titan. Alright, we'll see if they can kill us. We'll come back when they're done. Alright, and they eventually get there at 1 life. So close. Alright, against Amulet Titan, We have Vexing Bauble, Wear, Tear, Vindicate, Thoughtseize, Wrath Disguise, Worm's Chant. Spellbomb can be good sometimes. Fatal Push can come out. Discharge can come out. Bowmasters isn't very good either. Even Voice is like kind of medium. Would we rather have Voice or Spellbomb? They're on the, what's it called plan, so I'd kind of rather just have at least one Voice. We'll take out one Sephiroth, and we'll just bring in a lot of interaction. Alright, on the play for game 2. We have double Thoughtseize and Pride. Double Bombardment. It's not the most exciting hand. We don't have any sideboard cards. Let's try mulliganing at least once. The Thoughtseizes could be nice. Well, this hand's way worse, so we're gonna have to go to 5, unfortunately. Go to 5. Alright, we are gonna keep this. Keep, put back, Flage, and Plains. So we'll start with a Ragavan. You could start with a Thoughtseize. Try to hit their Amulet, if they have one. Yeah, let's just do that. You could play Ragavan out too, just to start getting in, but I kind of want to Thoughtseize an Amulet. There you go. They do have a Splunking, but this will slow them down. So their hand is just all of this, a Johnny. We'll shock this in. Guess we'll dash. Dash Ragavan. We hit a Beseiju. Alright. They top deck an Amulet of Vigor. That's unfortunate. Cruel Turf. What sucks about blowing up this land is they already have another bounce land, and they have a Splunking, so it's like nothing really matters. And they top deck a Grazer too. Jesus. Alright. That's unfortunate. Really good draws for them. Yeah, they play the Mirror Pool. Ragavan's not getting in anymore. Draw Marsh Flats. So their hands, Green Sun, Growth Chamber, and land. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to hit the Gruul Turf. They can go Growth Chamber, untap, 3 mana, Green Sun. I don't know. Get Sacred Foundry. We have to do this, though. It'll slow them down. Vindicate here. And then I guess we'll just cast the Ragavan. Hard to beat these Amulet draws. We also mulligan to 5, so it's not like too surprising. We just have no more gas. So they play Growth Chamber, bring back Mirror Pool. Gonna Green Sun for 2. Is it the, oh, Aftermath. Okay. Draw Goblin Bombardment. They block there. Play Johnny. We'll see if we can kill Aftermath before they do all their stuff. There's Mirror Pool. No plays. Okay. Arena. Play Arena. Play Bombardment. We'll shoot Aftermath. We'll 0. Kill Aftermath. Get it for 2. And pass. I guess we could ping that after Ragavan attacks. Blunking. So that's a redraw. But I also want to get as many creatures as possible to start zeroing and pinging a lot more. Play Cave. We have a lot of good top decks. That is definitely not one of them. We'll 0, hit Grazer, attack for 4, find Summoner's Pact. Can't do anything with that, so we'll just pass. You could play out the other Bombardment. Like, I'm not sure if we're discarding anything, so explore. They play out a Vestige. They sack Urza's Cave. See if they get like a Saga, or they get a Growth Chamber. So they're just trying to get like as much mana as possible for next turn, unless they actually drew something. Alright, they didn't draw anything, or they don't have enough mana. They're probably sitting on like a Titan or a Pact or something. Oh, we draw Thoughtseize. Let's cast that first. Oh, they did have a Pact. Very nice. Well, 0. Shoot them for 4. Attack for 6. Put them down to 8. Find a T-West. That also would have been really good for them. And then we'll pass. So they have 1 turn to draw out of this. See if they can top deck it. Nice, dude. Mulligan to 5 when we get there. Alright, game 3, and this is a 5-land hand. We're going to mulligan. Definitely going to keep this hand. We have Thoughtseize, Wrath, all this. We'll put back Arena. We have our double white in case they have Saga and all that stuff. Crumbling Vestige. So we're going to lead off on a Thoughtseize. They have the Grazer. So luckily we don't have Monkey to feel sad about this. They do have the Saga. We draw the land. Let's go get a Godless Shrine. Cast Thoughtseize. They have Titan and Pact. So we'll take Titan. This does let them Pact for other creatures, but we're going to just cast Wrath on 0. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, this is going to be good. I wonder if they will concede after this. Play Marsh Flats, get a Sacred Foundry, cast Wrath Disguise, X equals 0. Damn, dude. Double land destruction. Their hand is Pact, Gruul Turf. They play the Gruul Turf. Well, they're not conceding, so not as fun. Draw Sacred Foundry. Play Elegant Parlor, see what's on top. Land to the bottom, a Johnny. I mean, they could easily draw out of this, but that set them back a lot. They play the Vestige. Their hand is Pact, 2 mystery, 3 mystery cards. We're just going to be surveilling a lot, casting Goblin Bombardment. Voice, pretty good. Alright, so we'll bolt that in. Attack with both. They block there, that's fine because we're going to cast Goblin Bombardment. We'll shoot it. Play Voice, 0. Shoot them. And we get there. Who would have thought the double land destruction would have been good? Alright, match 4 on the play. And we're going to keep this hand. We have 2 lands, turn 1 play, a couple turn 1 plays. We'll try it. Opponent says Trophy Guy. We'll go Bloodstained Mire. We have to get a... Definitely have to get a black source. Get the Blood Crypt, and hopefully Ragavan will survive. If nothing else, we'll have Bowmasters up and stuff like that. They go Bloodstained Mire, fetch. Let's see if they Thoughtseize us or push this. They Thoughtseize us. Okay. See if they take Bowmasters or Pride. Hopefully it's not a mirror. That would be really boring. Ooh, they take the Thoughtseize. Wonder what their hand is then if they're doing that. I'll attack. See what we get. Oh, it's Jund. Okay. So unfortunately, we do not have a white source that we can go double Guide Pride here. So are we assuming that they have a Renin 6? Most likely, we'll just pass. I guess we could play Guide of Souls and hold up Bowmasters. I'm just kind of nervous to use the white source like immediately, but we probably should have done that actually. Yeah, it looks like Jund Saga. Emperor Bones. We would have gotten rewarded. They eat a land. We'll play Bowmasters. Ping them. Down to 12. Oh, we do find the Sacred Foundry. Bolt this in. Do we want to arena this? Maybe? Hasty Sephiroth. Can sacrifice an army token. Draw another land. Attack here and here. See if they want to trade. I'll say no. Alright, they do trade. Get 2 pings. And then we're definitely going to play out Ocelot Pride, so that way we can make cats. Down to 6. Play Ocelot Pride. There we go. Alright, let's see what they have in their hand that they wanted to Thoughtseize us away. They play land. Down to 5. They're going to get down to... Okay, they get a mountain. We took their forest, so 3 mana. Fable. Okay, could be worse. We draw a Johnny. Put that in. Play Guide of Souls. A Johnny. Yeah, and they can see. There's no way they're beating this board. This is pretty insane. So against Jund, then we want Spell Bombs. Maybe Wrath? I think we take out the Ragavans. Those are usually pretty bad, especially on the draw. So we'll try this. I don't know if Wrath Disguise is worth it here. Thoughtseize usually comes out, but in this matchup, maybe we bring it in. We'll try that. It can't be terrible. All right, game 2, and we're definitely going to keep this hand. We have 4 1-drops, 3 lands, and we don't want to mulligan against a Thoughtseize deck. All right, they just play Bloodstained Mire, pass. We draw push. Let's just go Guide of Souls. That plays around Renin 6 ping, and that's basically why we're doing it first. We have push for Emperor of Bones. If they play that, they get Mortuary. They put a push to the yard. Well, that's scary, because that's really good against us. Oh, that makes more sense. The 1-lander. We draw another push. So we'll attack. We attack first because if they want to kill this, yeah, they're going to kill it on attacks. That's fine. Play Bloodstained Mire, Ocelot Pride, and we'll pass. We'll hold up a Surveil land, or a push, or a discharge. Oh, they drew their second land. No red source, notably. We'll see if they have the, and this is fine. We're still going to Surveil. Get Raucous Theater. Voice. Don't really want Voice right now. Can fill the yard for Flades and other things. A Johnny, we do want that. So we'll go Mountain, push here, play a Johnny, then we'll pass. Make a cat. Oh no, they find the red source. All right, let's see what they have. See if they have like Renin 6, ping, Ocelot Pride maybe? Or they can Renin 6 uptick to make their land drop. Thoughtseize. Our hand's really not that good. We'll see if they take the discharge, okay. So we're assuming they have Bowmasters. Because of that, we will start with a bombardment. Oh, you know what? We tapped out of black. Oops. All right, they abrupt decay that. That's fine. But yeah, we tapped out of that, but it's okay. We get to play Spell Bomb. Attack here. Make some cats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're 1 off. This represents 4 damage, so they're dead next turn. If they do nothing, Renin 6. Finally, they play Renin 6. See if they ping this. They do. We'll shoot them. They have a push. Oh, Shadow Spear. 1 card in hand. Thoughtseize. 2, 3, 4. So we could kill Ren, Thoughtseize. This represents 7 damage. Should have Thoughtseized first, actually. Let's attack them. I'm gonna sack Spell Bomb. This is kind of greedy. Like, instead of Thoughtseizing them, we're kind of... Yeah, did not work out for us. All right, we'll just pass. So this was a greedier approach rather than just killing Ren, Thoughtseizing them. Because now they can down tick on a cat token. And that's what they do. We'll just shoot them again. Down to 4. Is this Bowmasters? They're dead if they have no creatures. Or they're just dead if they pass back with nothing. Dash Ragavan. Yeah, see, we're like extra punished here. We could kill this Ragavan. We're just going to let it connect. They hit a Nihil Spell Bomb. So they can cycle that. But they'd have to use all their mana, then they're just dead on the crackback. They cast it. They crack it. See if they pay. They do. Not sure what they could draw. They play Saga. And they just pass. Alright, we just draw Flage. That's good. We'll just attack like this and kill them anyway. Ping them. Ping them. And we get there. Alright, welcome to the trophy match on the play. Oh, and this is a 1-lander with Guide, Pride. Let's be greedy. Let's keep it. 1-lander on the play. I want to keep it for this. Let's see how punished we get. Start with the Guide. Maybe it'll be awesome. Maybe we get to draw lands and do something. Rogran Triumph. Typically, you would want to mulligan a 1-lander on the play because of this. Now we're getting punished. You could easily go to 6 and be fine with it. Play Pride. But if we do draw the land, this hand is absurd. If we just draw nothing but lands, there's like no way we can lose. They just go land, go. This is going to be a control match, maybe? Oh, God. We should have played the cat first for the energy. Hopefully this isn't a Wrath the Sky's main deck, but it looks kind of like that. But yeah, we should have played the cat first. Down to 16. I'll play it again. Trophy match, and we face the anti-energy deck. If we drew a land for this Thoughtseize too, we could like take the Wrath the Skies, but they're just gonna wreck us. Yeah, and they get an archive. Or a land for the Goblin Bombardment, like anything. Just waiting for it. Surveil land. No, they have it. We kept a greedy hand against the worst possible deck to keep a greedy hand against. Elegant Parlor. Push to the yard. They play Mesa. Fable. Not only are we not drawing lands, but we're just drawing bad cards on top of that. We have no one to blame but ourselves, though, unfortunately. They surveil. They discard 2 lands. Thundertrap Trainer. I wonder if they're playing, what's it called? They attack. They do reveal a discharge, so now we can't even really flip a Johnny here. I would love a black source. Dude, come on. This is sad. Play a Johnny. We've drawn 3 Goblin Bombardments in the top 13 cards. Yeah, we'll just shoot them. And we'll pass. They have 5 cards in hand. Alright, they hardcast Solitude. They're going to shoot that. We'll ping them. I think if we don't draw a land here, we lose. Drawing triple Goblin Bombardment is just like insult to injury here. Fetch land. So we'll get Blood Crypt. Cast Flage. We're going to eat Kiki. Ugh, they have a Flare? That's brutal. Alright, so they are running Flare. Guess we could have guessed the stock energy list is doing that. Now what sucks is they can make a bunch of Goblin tokens now. Draw Voice. Play Voice here and then kill this. Because now and then make it so they can't do that. Unless they just have everything. Snapcaster, yep. Are they going to flare it? I mean, I guess if they're flaring it, they're not making tokens, so that's something to consider. Cast Flare. We'll eat the Reflection. Wait, what? Oh. Alright, well, we messed up. We had nothing that left the, we didn't have Revolt. That's my bad. Yeah, they revealed their hand. Their hand was just disgusting. Alright, so in this matchup, we want, not even sure. We don't really even have anything for this matchup. We have Thoughtseize. I guess Spell Bombs for Snapcasters. Wear Tear for Fable? I don't think so. Vexing Bauble for Solitude Flare. Definitely want that. I think pushes can come out. Like 1 Ragavan. And try that. Alright, on the play for game 2. Alright, we have at least 2 lands we're going to keep. We'll start with a Guide of Souls and pass. Next turn, we will Thoughtseize. Hopefully take a Wrath the Skies. We can go Thoughtseize, Guide of Souls. They return 1 play. Hallowed Fountain, untapped. Pending? That's fine. But yeah, I said it before. It sucks that we're queuing into the worst possible matchup for our deck. Get a Blood Crypt, Thoughtseize. Yeah, their hand's really good too. We can play Thundertrap next turn. We can take the Flame of Anor. Probably take that. Play Guide. They're going to Shotgun Steam Vents, play Thundertrap. I'm curious if they're going to Solitude our Johnny. They find 2 in the narrative. Find Sephiroth. I mean, I guess I can just Flage it also. Play Arena. Yeah, let's just play Sephiroth here. Say no. We'll pass. It is awkward because they have the Flage. So they can go Flooded Strand, Flage, kill one of these 2. See if they stack it right. Most likely they will. There's the Flage. Oh, they didn't stack it right. Cool. We got to ping them for 1. Alright, let's go Ocelot Pride. Oh no. We only have 1 white source. For some reason I was thinking we had 2. That's whatever. We still get to make cats. That's the main part of it. Their hand Solitude, Tune the Narrative, and 2 mystery cards. Probably Cycle Tune, right? Yeah. If we can dodge Wrath the Skies, we should be good. They pending on Ocelot Pride. Find Bowmasters. Let's play a Johnny. We could haste a Sephiroth too. Could hold up Bowmasters. See if they want to Solitude a Johnny. Doesn't look like they're going to. Attack with both. See if they want a Solitude Guide. Doesn't look like they're going to. Crack Flooded Strand for a Thundering Falls. So they're just going to be looking for a Wrath. They've been a land. Down to 10. If we can get Sephiroth out without them Solituding it. I mean, I guess they do have Flage in the yard. Kind of just stuck on lands here too. You definitely want to double spell against control decks, and we're just not doing that. Snapcaster Mage getting pending on Guide of Souls. I'm surprised they're not just casting Flage. Control Discharge. Let's play Sephiroth. Make them have to Solitude a Johnny. Or Sephiroth. Yeah. Are they Purge too? Jesus. Alright, they're going to Solitude a Johnny here. Makes sense. We'll eat a cat token. Draw a land. That sucks. I guess we'll pass. We're just like so dead to this Flage. It sucks. They don't seem to want to cast it. I don't know why. Unless they like forgot about it and they just realized it. Alright, now they're casting it. It looks like they forgot about it in the yard. Now they just remembered. So they can eat Sephiroth. And we just have like no answer. Bring back Flage. Kill Sephiroth. They attack with both. We'll take it. We draw Raucous Theater. A Johnny. We have to keep on top. Play Ragavan. Pass. I guess, oh, you know what we should have done? I messed up. I mean, we could still do it now, but I was going to say we could Bowmasters and discharge Flage, but now they get to attack, and they have Purge. So now they get to attack with all. See if they want to. They kill the Cat Warrior token, yeah. Yeah, we messed up. I mean, they'd be able to recast it, but we'd be a lot better off here. Now we can't even really cast the Bowmaster, so 1, 5. Yeah, we're just going to have to cast it now. We know we're drawing the Ajani too. So awkward. Actually, in doing this now, I don't know. Yeah, we're just all kinds of messed up. We should have just waited until the attack step, because now they can just bring it back. Unless they have nothing to put into the yard. Yeah, they just cycle Lorien revealed. They bring it back next turn. We should have did it on their turn. Again, it didn't look like we were winning this, but doing that makes it so that way we're like extra not winning. We'll take a draw step though. They've been a discharge. So let's say we did that, they'd bring it back. Their turn, we untap. I don't think it would make too much of a difference. I actually don't even think it'd make any difference other than them not knowing that I was going to die. So it's not the worst mistake. They get Flage. They probably shoot Bowmaster. Yeah, we'll take it. Go down to 7. We draw a land. Play Johnny. Yeah, they have the Flare. Damn. Yeah, they kind of had it all, and we didn't play the most optimally, so it's going to happen. All right, so that was Mardu Energy featuring Sephiroth, Fabled Soldier. So we almost got the 5-0, but unfortunately we got paired into the probably worst matchup for this deck, Jeskai Control. The other matches were pretty good for our deck, so I can't complain too much. As for the deck, I thought it looked pretty good. I thought Sephiroth performed really well in this deck. I didn't know how long he'd live for or how much damage he would do, but for a lot of the games, he pinged our opponents for a lot. I think in this Mardu shell, having some amount of Sephiroth is correct. It makes killing your other creatures really awkward with him on the field, and of course it pairs really well with Goblin Bombardment, Voice of Victory, and just all your other small creatures, killing their creatures too. Sadly, we didn't get to flip it, but that's going to be tough if you don't get Voice and a lot of creatures on board. For the other cards with the amounts that we have, so 3 Fatal Push, Thoughtseize, Discharge, Ragavan, Bowmasters, Flage, all 3 ofs, I think that number felt fine. Of course, you can mix and match numbers. There's no objectively right amount. Same goes for the sideboard. You can kind of mix and match here. I do like having the full set of Thoughtseize just because we're in a combo heavy meta. So other than that, I'm excited to keep testing with these Final Fantasy cards and see if they're actually worth it in these energy decks. But that'll do it for me. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to see more energy content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Peace.